Where does the future of NXT stand with the new brand split? If you're wondering this just like I am, stick around because we're going to talk about it in this video. So, NXT. Where does NXT stand with the new brand split? You've got all these great talents down in NXT such as Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura. Are they all going to be called up to the main roster for this new brand split? What we got to consider here is, if all these great talents get called up to the main roster, what's going to be left for NXT? To understand this, we need to talk more about NXT itself. NXT has been unbelievably successful over the past year and a half. It really picked up, in the last while since it was made. NXT, for those of you who don't know what it is the developmental side of WWE, and it's great. It's, as Triple H said a few weeks ago on an NXT taping, he mentioned how NXT has grown so much, it has pretty much become a brand of its own, just like SmackDown or Raw. And essentially it has, because now they go on tours. They're actually right now on tour in the UK, and they're coming to Ireland in like 2 weeks, which is pretty cool. I'm not going, which is pretty awesome. But I think one of the special novelties about NXT was how it was very limited. It was only in Orlando and Full Sail University, and I think now that they started touring around America, they do the UK tours. This is their second one. It's becoming quite a third brand, and I think now that the WWE brand split is coming back, we really need to consider where NXT stands, because the last NXT special event was NXT TakeOver The End, and that happened 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I think it was a week ago. And what does that mean? Why was it entitled The End? Now people are saying it was the end of Samoa Joe and Finn Balor's rivalry, which is pretty fair to say so, because NXT continued on this week. There was a taping of it, and it aired last night on the WWE network, which it was actually a very good show. I'd recommend it. But where does it stand? Why was it called The End? So it could have been called The End because it's the end of NXT TakeOver. It could be called as it was before, NXT Arrival, now TakeOver, maybe NXT something else. Or maybe they're not doing special events anymore, or maybe they're moving, or maybe NXT will no longer function after the brand split. So we need to take that into consideration as well. But when the brand split does happen, if your Samoa Joes and your Finn Balors and your Shinsuke Nakamuras get called up, what's going to be left for NXT? What's going to make NXT so special as it has been the last year? In the last year, NXT has been so special that, it's been raking in views and ratings, and everyone wants to watch NXT. But now, if people such as, the Joes, the Ballers, the Nakamuras, the people that are drawing attention get called up, where's the specialty of it gone? Now, I think it's great that these guys are all getting the opportunity to move on to Raw and SmackDown. It's great, but we also have to take NXT into consideration. But if all these guys go, what happens? Well, I personally think NXT will still continue. I think NXT will keep people like Ty Dillinger, Elias Sampson. You just had the debut of Andrade Cien Almas. Also, the Authors of Pain are there now. I think these guys will all stay, and they will have to find a way to book them right, that they become the Ballers and the Joes and the American Alpha and the Revival, so that they can actually, be as good as those guys were, and hopefully they will get to be the face of NXT, and NXT will get to continue. But Finn Balor has been in NXT now for like 2 years or something. He was NXT champion for 290 something days. He is the heart of NXT. So when he's gone, are people going to still watch it? Are people going to be as, into it? Are they going to be, are they going to sell out the shows that they go to when they go on tour? These are all things that we need to consider with the new brand split. Like, at WrestleMania 32 week for NXT TakeOver Dallas, they sold out a show of something like 10,000 people. I mean, that's a lot of people for one show. And are they going to be able to do that next year for WrestleMania 33? Will they sell out a stadium of 10,000 people, or will they book a stadium of 10,000 people and only maybe sell 5,000 seats? Without all these faces, without people like Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Asuka, if they all move up to the main roster so they can fill the brands for the brand split, NXT might be left with a big hole taken out of its soul, taken out of the heart of NXT. It might continue on, it might become even better, it might stay the way it is. You don't know. I don't know either. But time will only tell. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and check out my other channel if you're not from there. And anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next video.